We are back once again in Genshin Impact with the properly set up OBS system where you have to run as administrator to get to actually walk, which seems weird to me, but oh well. Let me actually bring up the secondary screen, which looks so nice now. Properly scaled and everything. I also love how it brings me up a subscribe so you don't miss anything to my own channel. But yeah, we're going to come in here today, do some dailies of course, and also do delivery challenges, and then do some more story. Sounds a bit low. Let me check. There we go. I left it a little bit down. Boom. That should be good. I want to be able to hear the sound of the rain.
Take this.
Let me take that. Thank you. Thank you for waiting.
Take this.
Get you with that a few times. There we go. Spread some stuff. Wet some stuff. Come on. You're basically dead. There we go. Thank you. Well, yeah, we're going to go ahead and continue on with the story as well. Okay. It's not used to those things shining like that. Okay. So we got that done. Let's go ahead and check the dailies. I don't want to do you again. I just did you like the other day and you were super annoying. Let's go to Shorty Towers, get my frustration out. Okay, so we're up here again. And that was... I don't remember what was the best way to even reach there. Maybe over here? It's kind of a little bit out of the way. It's probably better though once that region actually unlocks. I believe that's Dragon Spire. I believe that's the region. Just do a nice casual fly over here. And I think I might just mute up for a bit and just kind of... I actually liked that yesterday, just chillaxing. One quick thing though, is I do want to use a backup team. Which I think for this I'm going to be using
let's go.
you and you.
Just sharpen my spear.
And I think the two of you should... Well, actually I want to swap you out for you.
Oh yeah, rock on.
Just so I can get some more character or companionship experience on them. So I don't really use them too much. I don't really plan on leveling them anytime soon to get them to the point where they're the most usable, so I can just get that naturally like I do with everybody else.
Back off. Nice and spicy.
realize I've got to change teams and I'm too close to the wall to change teams. Excellent.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Odds revealed by... Nice and spicy. Odds reveal thyself.
Take this! By royal decree.
Phantasmagoria.
By royal decree,
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
I summon the Oz, reveal the
So we'll do this, and then we'll go talk to the knight in training, and then we'll be delivering food, which should be less frustrating. Although to be fair, the knight in training one isn't that hard, but I used to be so much better at it.
To ashes!
I think when I went up in level, it just made it so much harder with like the, I guess, health the training W's maybe I have. Maybe it was always that high, but it feels like it's a little bit different now, where I can actively feels harder.
Haven. Let night fall. Out of the frying pan. By royal decree. Boba, get
How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
leave it to me.
This world is full. fighting is so much better than this. Sword fighting is so much better than this. Get him!
Oh, wait.
Prepare to be blown away!
Shame. Didn't man. How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
Windblade! Ew blade!
It seems I can't do it.
Hey, Lynx. Yeah, like, some of the early ones used to be good when it was like 5 here, basically just doing AoE. I liked that. And I think the first time I did one of these, I liked it, but just doing it over again is just like, ugh, kill me. Okay. Because I mean, I almost could have ruined it right there. I think usually about right here. And then
So that's how to do it. I'm impressed. Sword fighting is so much better
Thank
than
you.
this.
yeah, just even left health I would like it too, because it's just like you have to just get it low and then do it, and it's just like over and over and over again, which I also like how I'm just filled with fire basically. You know what? Sure, I'm gonna do it. This party today is fire party. We need to swap you out for see, we have you. I guess it's just Bennett's left.
Gonna be epic.
Bennett and his ladies. Like Charlie's Angels, this is Bennett's Angels, Benny's Adventure Force.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
I think she had it right. Thank you, Val, the informant, who doesn't look like an informant, but I guess that's kind of the point.
Where am I going to get the Nakamura.
Oh, ow!
There we go.
Where did that come from?
Had to quickly get a screenshot of that. Okay, well, enough messing with Herman. Let me get down here. We'll go ahead and turn this in. Then we are going to,
Add Astra.
excuse me, I'm going to do my dispatches. Which I might even change some of these up. So you go for the rocks though, because they're just overall useful. Benny can go here again. I don't know, it might be good with fish. Don't really too much need those. Never mind, I guess I'm going with more meat, because meat's at least kind of useful. Yeah, keep you on the rocks. That's a little bit of rare food. I think that was actually the same thing. Yeah, same thing. Money, is this money too? Yeah. Now I'm gonna move you down here. Go to a different location.
Add Astra.
And get back into here again to claim my adventure rewards. Stuff. No problem. You take a screenshot immediately. And I just like that. No money. Well, you are stuck underground. Yeah, I'm gonna try it with my fire force. But I will probably swap over to my double animo team. And not that button. Need to go event. Let's see what they have for me today. I'm thinking it's probably taking about 2 runs. Okay, and now read over what the conditions are. 90 seconds without sprinting or taking damage. Should pay attention to where it was. I told you in here where the location was. Because sadly it doesn't pause you while you're in there. Look, she's just extra good at expeditions, even though I always come in to do it in like another 24-hour period. Did it say down here? No, up here again? Guess I'm going, no. Let's go this way, we're going up to the top. We're pushing it to the limit. And this is when I spawned and immediately start dashing because I forgot about that. Okay, Bennett, you just need to dodge and weave, bob and weave. Bob and weave. Look, all I'm saying is I'm getting very good at delivering food. I see you. Also, I see y'all too. I'll be back for y'all. Hello. Got it right here for you. Thank you. Okay, now go back to mine. Well, jump all the way. There we go. Give me my stuff for the dailies that I don't need to do anymore because I've actually completed the battle pass somehow. Without trying even extra super hard at doing it, I've managed to do it.
Power cord!
Okay, reading messages again. Warming, excellent. I have to go over here, then go to events. It was just a little bit easier to start these. Like you could just go to the location, talk to the person. Like it's the same 3 locations every time. Let me just go here and talk to the person. Like the one here's always like, I don't want to talk to you, and it's like, okay, let me accept the event, then go over, then I can play it. I think did pretty good there without double ammo, although I honestly will admit it almost doesn't feel like double ammo actually gives me that much of a speed boost. Custom order. So it was no running. Let's see. Without gliding, sprinting, or being affected by any element. I guess? I'm gonna try here. Oh yeah, skip dialogue option would also be useful here because it's like kind of the same stuff each time. Did I do this wrong? No, I think I did. Yeah, okay, so I spawned on the wrong side of the water. Excellent. Okay, so this is not the way. Then maybe if I did this... Let me just see, how would I do it? If I spawn in at this... But you know what, we're going to take y'all out. Y'all are too annoying. Get out of the water. On the same level, please.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Okay, so if I was going to spawn in here, if I was going to try to run around, I might come over here, jump, go that way, or I really kind of want to just jump down and do that, but that's a no-no. Up and around. Okay, I think we'll go up and around. Although now I have to start the mission, go into the journal, re-waypoint it, because the waypoint will have disappeared. Because it does that on the second try, which I don't like. At least for me it does. I don't know if it does that for everybody else or not. Yes, blah blah blah. I'll deliver it, blah blah blah. And then we go back in my journal to waypoint it. Because I can't run. And I step 1 foot in the water. Excellent. 10 out of 10. I kind of wish wet didn't count. Cause like you step in a puddle and you lose. But my slide method does work. And it's not on my map anymore, so I need to re-waypoint it. Okay, I'm always used to trying to exit out of that. Don't sprint, because I'm always tempted to sprint as soon as I come out of those menus. Avoid the water. I'm glad walking through a bush doesn't give you Denedro or whatever that one is that like sets you on fire if you come into pyro. I feel slow. I'm watching out for puddles. Some stuff under there to go mess with. I really want to sprint, but I shouldn't. Here's the food you ordered. Excellent. What is this here? Oh yeah, I just did that. I will go and collect this other stuff while I'm over here. I do want to see what's actually that under the bridge. Oh yeah, that's destroyable rocks there. I like how there was a butterfly behind it. Let me go check under this little bridge.
Time.
I feel bad for that kill. Come on, get around it. Grab me the pine cones and eggs.
Off we go.
Now, I'm gonna try this one time. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to swap out.
I will protect you.
Okay, never mind. There we go. Just, there we go. Stand in the middle.
Steady as stone.
Created solving of puzzles. Ooh, that sword looked nice. I don't think it is that nice, but it looked nice. So now we go to Warmin Restaurant. Getting pretty good at these, if I do say so myself. Then we pull like a madman on banners and get 2 3-star weapons. Though I am in the market to upgrade my weapons this week. Let's move my map up there. Oh, wait, no, I do have something. At least it looks like. Oh yeah, she has a mission. Interesting. Just me so far. Hold the fort. Oh, okay. Oh wait, and I need to also go here because I forgot I can't actually go talk to this guy until I actually accept the event.
Leo's really got a lot going for it.
Where are we going? Where are we going? I guess we have to go from here. Ooh. Also, I forgot to look for it. I think you can sprint. Oh, seriously, come on. Ow. Okay, I guess teleport back there, because we need to do it again. Because I fell on an electro crystal. Excellent. 10 out of 10 runs so far. Also, it would help if I actually read what I can't do. Oh, I guess sprinting doesn't immediately cost me. Without gliding, climbing, or being affected by any elements.
Tasty chop suey.
I mean, probably if I had the actual thing there, it would have been kind of easy. I'm gonna go ahead and navigate. Staying away from anything that gets close to being water. As I run over to this thing that's made up entirely of water. dip down too low. But with that, yeah, that would give me enough time. Okay, that was some weird lag there. I think for this we are also going to go party setup. Since we are just going to literally be walking
This
over there the whole
world is full
time.
of unsolved mysteries.
Because I
Let the wind lead.
believe movement speed. That should be good. Sorry. I like how long it took him to go back to normal.
Save this money or invest it.
Ooh, but there's also some electro crystals over there. Watch me, once I get to the very end, get zapped by them. Although I do want... Don't... It just automatically climbed me up the mountains. I didn't want to climb up the mountain, but she just went ahead and grabbed onto it. Interestingly enough, it didn't actually fail me till I dropped. Weird. What I would really love to do here is actually use Kaya. Can that old woman stop teleporting again when I get here? Can I stop seeing ghosts? Can she go ahead and die and shove off this mortal coil permanently? Maybe it'd be better if I ran around from the other one. I don't know. I forgot there's that little overlook thing up there, but yes. Really surprised I didn't just lose right there when Jean decided to skyrocket herself off of the thing. Jean's a mad girl. I think we're gonna go the outside route. You might even have to. I think ideally I would love to just use Kaya and freeze the water and walk over it that way, but I'm sure stepping on the ice counts as you interacting with the cryo element. And of course now my eyebrow is itching. Bit of lag there. Okay, and get very much so in the middle. Y'all can suck it. Where you at, man? Navigate. Really surprised I made that, but I'll take it. But I will come back over here and kill these guys.
No escape!
for today was a success of sorts. Let's go ahead and change the party setup back to normal before I go and encounter any more weirdness. I did actually deploy that team, right? Yes, okay. Then we will go first back to here. Go ahead and actually click to claim. I will then go here to mail. Collect my 200 project gems. Then spend like a mad lad. Okay, kind of one of the ones I wanted the least, but sure, I think that's like Constellation 3 or 4 for her. I like how late the skip thing comes up. Wait. Oh yeah, I had a free wish. I was like, why do I still have that many project gems? I mean, it's not like it's anything good. The skip button only comes up for so long anyways. So I guess we'll go ahead and just check out characters. Upgrade. I could give you the option not to upgrade her. But like, why would you not want to? It kind of does nothing, but sure. Okay. She's gonna be like my first one fully Constellation, because I never use her. And I don't really kind of care to use her. But we'll now continue on with the story. Do I have anything else here? No. Okay. On the papers? No. Guess I'm going to here. I don't know. See what they're doing. Would ideally like to finish this story. I doubt I can finish it within like an hour. I'm going up the map, just go around it. But I would really like go ahead and unlock the Leeway. I don't know. That's what I call it. It's like calling it Liwoohoo.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us too.
Freshness preserved.
Back at you! Enough power that ended
Can you stop hitting me? I'm shocked. Can you let me change to number 4, please? Thank you. I was pressing that key for the longest. Ow. That wasn't his belly.
It's time for a flash push.
actually does the most damage to him, so maybe I should be using purple. Somehow.
Let's end this quickly.
Nice and spicy. Bubba, get them! You're toast!
Let's end this quickly.
Bubba, get them! Windblade!
Let's end this quickly. I guess
Okay,
this is it.
yeah, now we go up here. What was it? Yeah, I don't think I'll probably be able to finish this in that amount of time. Stories seem to be decent length. The last one certainly was. I mean, there's lots of fetch quest stuff, but certainly a little bit longer in length. Kind of like not be zoomed out as much. But I would kind of like to finish within an hour. I do plan on streaming for longer than that, though. Oh, I mean, not like an hour, then I'm over. But I might not stream for too long tonight.
Isn't time for a break yet. No slacking off.
Bubba, get them! You're toast!
No, don't climb it.
This is bad.
Windblade!
Put your back into it. My work.
Not entirely sure who's up there at the top. Can I? There we go.
Let's move.
Really surprised he couldn't hit me.
Shouldn't get careless.
Bubba, get them!
Just quickly work on killing him.
Windblade!
This was well done.
Oh, thank you for teleporting in here for me.
Prepare to be blown away! Back off!
And I'll just eat you away. Thank you.
Let's dance!
And there's this weird height stuff I can't actually get off of that rock. I find it weird how sometimes, well, most of the time, how they handle that.
So quiet.
I wish I would drop some loot. now I need to go up here. There's more Fatui here for me to fight.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for? I haven't seen this pattern before. But where?
Chi-Chi?
Oh, Paimon knows. It looks just like the
Oh,
sigil of
never mind.
permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the sigil of permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil of permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhang Li soon. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Okay. Guess we go up this way. Glide my way over there. Let's see if we can wrap this story up in a timely manner. You think?
Boba, get them! Windblade!
I thought he was trying to clap at me.
Yeah! Boba, get them!
Back at ya! To ashes!
Windblade!
Haven't won
I
yet!
actually pressed the E in time there. I think he actually hit me there. Didn't feel like it, like he did. Not from my reaction to it, at least.
Boba, get them!
You're gonna try to give me something. Okay, now we just gently glide. I kinda wish the music wouldn't cut out as much. Like, I wish it would still keep playing here. Like, it cuts out quite a lot. So I noticed that significantly on my walking video. Maybe I'm supposed to follow that more. I'm still not sure what Deckley do with those things, but I don't think it really gives you that much anyway, so like it doesn't matter
Right
too
on
much.
time. I myself only arrived moments ago.
Took your
Did
time
you
then.
enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless Yuhung is more trustworthy than her.
I don't exactly get why we trust this chick more, just because she spoke her mind a little bit more with us. I personally don't trust any of these people. Although, like, I just kind of barely met her, so I don't know why I would really trust her.
Oh. So you also met with Kuching then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Kuching, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Eugene Terrace have some? Even Qingsa Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. That's correct. Your singing will surely bring out the strongest fragrance from the flowers.
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
Yes, wow. I mean, not like I have a ton of them in my pocket or
We'll
nothing.
only know once she starts singing.
The direction I came. Did it just fly in from that direction? Having a restockpile for marvelous merchandise coming out. There we go.
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready. Da 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 da.
Excellent.
What happened? These flowers are snapping.
Summon Satan.
They're really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
How can you not understand Barbara? That's Barbara. you, flower. Maybe.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
They made money, so yes.
Unfortunately, no.
Never mind.
That's so lame.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Apparently Coco Goat or
Oh,
something.
hey, it's... What's her face?
Goo.
I can't remember.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
She's allowed to be
Ah,
more
well,
open.
I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet.
Luckily we have him right
When the
here.
Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago.
Raiden Shogun.
Of the current
Very
7
interesting.
Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Huh.
Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War.
Interesting. Also, there is a race called that in Dragalia Lost. I believe there's Chillin. Interesting. It's like deer people. And they're also based off of China. And sorry you almost get your butt whooped by some flowers. That is unfortunate. Though I do like my spammy team. Get over here, I'm gonna kill you all with lightning and fire.
After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Chising. I've continued those duties to this very day.
I kind of want to hear the horns sing, so I'm more interested in why people are half animal, but I do want to do the age option.
Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
Yes, give it to Rex Lapis.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Gunyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Excellent. When do I get to beat up a child? I don't need to heal before that fight. I got you. I think any day of the week. Well, I guess once a week, because you're a repeatable boss fight, apparently, or something. You're well, daddy. You're over there someday. I should probably comb all of this.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and the Fatui?
Hello, Felix. I guess I talked to you. Oh, wait. I should probably finish that dialogue.
You're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
I mean, I want to think the Qixing could do too well against the Adepti. It sounds like the Adepti should be probably more powerful than them.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui.
Yeah, they're just chit-chatting very closely.
Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance?
Can I just kill them all?
Neither path is an easy one.
I can just kill them all.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
That ginger guy, I kind of want to...
Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him.
You know, the ginger.
He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
The gold house. Palace, whatever. Exactly. So I think I'm gonna teleport up here and then I'm gonna go to the restroom. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Then we'll soon be heading off down there to what feels like getting close to the climax of the story. I know apparently we have to, I think, interesting, do something with that. Which, no. No. You do not get to ruin the end of my story. Look at all that land that's not yet in the game that you can't go to. I'm coming over here to beat up Well Daddy. After just a nice casual glide over here. Just gliding past all of the security. Well, I also like there's like a lot of assumptions here for like conclusions I feel like the character's coming to that I myself am not coming to. Like I did think of this one, but I don't know, there's just so much going on with so many different people and different groups doing their own things. Like I trust nobody here, really. I don't want the like Adepti to come here and blow up the city, but that's kinda like most of the side I'm on. And I guess I still want to see the Exuvia's stuff because my foot looks weird there. Do you think this could have been the god you fought with at the very beginning of the game? So like there's still some like main story lore to come here, but that's just me. Say hi the political storm that has been slowly brewing in Liwu Harbor. Peer beyond the glittering gold and see what lurks in the shadows, the golden shadow. Yeah, we'll rip his face off, don't worry.
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia.
Or you know, at least have locked the door.
Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
You know, Barbara's here, she got this.
Let the show begin! Yeah!
He's fine. Sounds fun to walk on. Oh, come on. Okay, never mind. Let me get out of the pit, thank you. You're not gonna be able to go this way, but you can. Please tell me they like hide one of these Oculuses in here. I'd love to just be hidden in one of the gold rooms. What's that? More. It's not gold. It's more. It's Rex Lapis' skin or something weird. You're heading over here. Totally not a boss arena or nothing.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location.
It's really that secret.
Don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort?
Are you really stupid for not knowing that they would probably hide something so great in their, like, Fort Knox?
Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
Someone know what the Exuvia truly is.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
You sure it's inside of it?
As one of the
I guess.
11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Excellent.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You would like one of the least trustworthy people here?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished.
What deities?
Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there?
If I fail to go through dialogue again, excellent.
Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it.
I will whoop you like the ginger you are. Because that's apparently a dialogue option.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come then, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Cowering already?
Nice and spicy!
Oh, come on, get back here.
Try this.
I'll protect us!
A clear shot. Not bad, not bad.
So, well, Daddy, come on, get back here. Don't be a well lord.
Passable left.
Wingblade!
How unbecoming. So quick to flee. You've made some progress. Celestial Voyager!
Come on, we can do it!
Try this.
I know there's, I think, 3 stages to this fight, apparently.
Poor
I'm
time.
trying to save a couple more ultimates till later.
Passable effort. Cowering already? Not bad, not bad.
Oh, come on. Let me go pick this up.
Let the show begin! At the frying pan!
Fine opportunity. You've made some progress. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Can you not stun lock me that
All
much,
you
please?
do is
Thank
run.
Let's dance!
you. Says the guy constantly dashing away from me. Like he just casually walked out of the range of Gabbo.
You've got some skills. Crush you! Back off!
Aw, teleported that time. So you really need to put up a better fight child if you're going to talk all this smack. Wait, how did we get defeated? Excuse me? That's not how that fight was going.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
That mask, I don't like that mask. It doesn't look good.
Didn't think you had
Go
that
fuse
card
with
hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
I mean, if we did, I wouldn't be trying to stop you from getting to it. Just saying. Okay, time to beat Water Daddy.
Not bad. But this is going to cost you! Yeah!
Ooh, a special stage. Excellent. Don't worry about it, just like counted all of that. Why'd I keep on fighting the Status Barber?
Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information of the little gold mouse to me on purpose? No matter. And the dose is over. Now, don't make me take it from you.
Take it?
I wish it were closer so I could actually properly reflect that. You just iframe all of your actions.
Nice and
I could have sworn I already changed characters. Nope, not that one. There we go.
nice and spicy.
Really a bit not that button. They're a bit surprised that well hit me. But you know, I do have a ton of this stuff, so I mean, might as well. You don't need any of that. But you know, I do have these fruity drinks I acquired. I thought there was 3 of them. Oh, there we go. One's up here. There we go. Yeah, health restore. You got a crit to all party members. Let's go and drink one of those. Chug, chug, chug. And we'll chug, chug, chug that
Die
as well.
here.
Windblade.
You can actually dodge these.
Back at ya. Nice and spicy. Oh no! Let the show begin.
Excellent.
I'm the frying pan.
Die here.
I'm sorry, that will not work.
Nice and quick. Windblade.
Why does everyone
Interesting. I didn't know that was going to be a teleport move, but I will go ahead and revive Barbara. So I can find the ones of foods that actually does reviving. Let's do that one. I'll see if you some more hash browns. I'm good by some hash browns. There we go. Can we get a little bit closer?
Nice and quick.
not bad?
Now!
Prepare to be blown away. Let's dance.
Keep on mistiming her
Die.
perfect counter. Oh, that was easy.
Look! Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis.
Yeah.
You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
I'm me.
You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one
Don't
another.
want you as my friend. No, this is not what friends do.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup
Look,
plan.
this is how he gets out of contracts.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weaker than I. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. I seldom willingly mingle with any dull and boring weaklings who think otherwise. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Oh yeah. That's
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, Do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How could an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple.
Yeah, ain't
I've
my
already
business.
prepared the means to awaken it.
I'm sure that's what the other people are like. It ain't my business.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of
Test,
so many
that
sigils
makes
of
sense.
permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
Oh, that weather changed quick.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast.
I mean, he should kind of be.
What's going on?
Are they gonna drop that on it? You have a massive sea beast, you just drop a jade palace on top of it, you know, as you do. No big deal. It's not oceanfront.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing
Oh.
on the Jade Chamber?
How did we get up there?
Paimon thought you were arguing
Excuse
with the Chising.
Do we just call the
fighting
fragment?
over?
I mean, I think this probably preempts any fighting.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue?
Shoot it.
Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy
Get
puts
Kaya
a
out.
pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies
So they
like
use
that
such
thing?
big
Now
spears.
that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that
What
god?
about the middle left? I like how we brought the old lady.
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What? Wait, all of you were supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
I mean, I hunt those things regularly when I have an archer in my party, so they're not that strong.
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Chi Sing did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista, into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for.
I love that guy just standing back there with his spear like, yeah, I got this.
So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
You told me it involves a fetch quest.
Yep.
Okay. Did you just like copy them? Of course he can. That's not what I was expecting to happen.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
The fat tuber. At least I'm actually gonna fight on this. Yes!
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui
About the
disturb
old
their work.
lady and the secretary.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
You can't run! Well, that's all you got. Don't be a killjoy!
I wish we did actually have Millilith out here. I always kind of hate it when games don't do that, make it like they can't always have you have the backup that you probably should have. But I would love if we actually did have backup up here.
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Nice and spicy!
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Oh. Okay. Can I like reflect that back at him?
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Yeah, you probably should kick him out after all this. No, that's just my opinion though.
Send this quickly!
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is dental energy! That light from your body, it's like this tiny Julian curse! Wow! It's Madam Pink's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Excellent.
It's time.
Can't unfreeze, thank you.
Show begins!
My duty.
Windblade!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Be gone!
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil.
Can you stop freezing me, please?
By the wayside. side and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
Can you please stop freezing me?
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
I can't read any of the dialogue doing this. Oh. Weak. Y'all want to spawn something?
Oh, protect us!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them for that.
I don't really know what I have. I just have like movement speed and something else now. I guess extra damage because I'm doing a lot more damage to them now. Over to you. And back to me.
My work. Finished.
Oh.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
I mean, hey, yeah.
We've only just begun. Looks like I wasn't far. Let's end this quickly. I guess this is it.
Okay, that one's gone. Nobody there. Some over here.
Not going anywhere. Breaking a sweat. Blast from the shadows to the bone. It isn't over right yet. My work.
The Betuor's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
I think it's just me, although I will give that one Chad of Millilith guy just standing there with his spear some credit. Just cut his head off. Excellent.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Excellent. Oh, good, you actually saved people, so you're less prickish than usual.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber. What is the meaning of this?
Drop it, drop it, drop it.
Traveler,
Well,
lend me
Bill
a
Max.
hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Oh, we got the secretaries and all the other like guard people off first. Ooh, excellent.
Is it finally over?
There we go. 1% battery life left. No problem.
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time.
Maybe we should just
It will be
found
some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now.
Why do we zoom in on her cleavage when we talk about the size of it?
It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Chilling one of the next events that's coming.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
If I saw y'all here, I'd hunt you. With Amber.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Now that's a title.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
Can they still have some oversight to, like, you know, live in the city or something? No idea, Jester. But I'm finishing off the story. I can talk a little bit more after the story is over.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Okay, honestly, no idea about the update. Curious if the update we got Saturday was, well, Sunday, Saturday. Whichever day it was, might have been the update they were talking about. But I don't know if that update actually did of anything. I mean, technically that was an update. I don't exactly know what it did. But it updated something. But I really wish they'd be able to communicate with us a little bit better. I'm going this way. Yes. So now let's continue our casual little stroll over here to find out who the actual, you know, Rex Lapis truly is. And then we can start on the regional quest and whatnot.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangshen Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui?
Yep.
Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
And so we are off. I believe it's over there, or maybe it's over the other one. One of these two.
Finally, a seat with a view. You do tell the cleverest jokes. The fate of the Guhua Brotherhood was sealed.
As I climb up on the door.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you.
I'll take them both on.
You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
I mean, really, why did we? Why did we? We didn't trust Ningguang, but we trusted him?
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You've finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right, which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the people. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague child, just as I had requested. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for walking that path with me, traveler. These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
Ha! On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark!
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
I like how he just disappeared.
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Do they mean here's a character story?
Paimon can't absorb so much information at once. So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo-Archon? Paimon's so curious.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
You're so petty.
Excellent. And out the door. And we will meet Ningguang out here. Or run the Fatui out of town or not.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
So, are you buying or not?
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Hear ye all! The Qixing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa!
Why didn't we just make eye contact with her?
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
I appreciate how that was voiced.
Huh. And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis. Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
Rex Lapis. Oh, Rex Lapis. Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
Excellent. Wanting to profit at a funeral. Top tier.
As for the mortals and Adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Oh, he's a little bit further away than expected.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years?
He's into his retirement age.
Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shunya kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. I'm on might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinyue Kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do like the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it
You're
like
just
that.
spending Fatui money.
In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in
Female
Inazuma.
Shogun.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Haves and have-nots or something?
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a statue of the 1,000-armed, 100-eyed god.
Interesting.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. and of these, eternity is nearest unto heaven. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions?
Interesting.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti, could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you...
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo-Archon's power.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Shouldn't the God of Contracts be okay with, like, bartering? Like, money's only worth something because of what it's supposed to be worth, or whatever. I guess more and he can also be used for some magical stuff, but, like, you find something else to make valuable.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Okay, now we've finally completed that.
All right then. Was there any...
Okay,
well
nothing
then.
else new. I'm finally free! Come do reputation quests over here. You know how it is. Assuming you do. That everybody should know how it be. was a little bit higher up, I think. Yes, right in here. Hello. I think I've already read this before. Because they used to not actually have anything unlocked. Wow, I don't have many of these done at all. Okay, they require lots more reputation here. Also, I have to go track all of these down at some point. Claim some of these. There we go. 48%. We go ahead and claim one, which is the recipe of golden shrimp balls. And then I get the geo thing, okay, and the mining outcrops here. Lotus flower crisp. Condensed resin, that will be very nice. But let me also go ahead and here. Help me, I want to help Daddy make a flower garland. Daddy says that he'll be back soon. I want to send him a garland. I already made most of the garland, but I want to use some silk flowers to decorate it. If there's someone who doesn't mind helping, please find me 3 silk flowers. Acceptable. Help needed. Chop suey is horrifying indeed. Why does such a dish exist? No, never want to recall that taste ever again. Bring me 2 sweet madams. And then we have lastly you, metal mission. Help needed. We've had more and more customers lately and we're running out of iron chunks. The influx of customers have also robbed me of any spare time with which you purchase more. Gather 10 iron chunks, they'll be in my debt. And then lastly, I also want to go and do a bounty. I really should have some different bounties here. Invulnerable to physical damage. Takes increased elemental damage. That one's actually not too bad. Wait for successful completed work. Reputation. Rewards waiting for as well. Depending on your reputation. Fairly routine tasks. Here handle more important tasks. Better rewards. Okay. I believe one of them though is over here. Yes, there we go. Go ahead and turn in those iron chunks. Now, thank you.
Hanfeng's Ironmongers, here to serve.
I think the next one is somewhere up here, maybe? But I think I'm gonna probably end it here for tonight. It's kind of getting a little late. Have had some fun though. I do want to check up on, I guess, a couple of things. I can't claim this, but it's like, why? It's max. It's just kind of fun to do it every now and then though, just because. I think I did all the events. See, do I have anything else for wish? I do have one more for another wish. Sure. Excellent. Ooh, some achievements though. Let me go ahead and cross these off the list. Lily loves music. I'll let you off this time. Derailed. Final farewell. And new star approaches. And it's just like some more overtime quest stuff. Just some small little things to do there. But okay. So thank you for coming out to this. It's been pretty fun. I look forward to being able to do some more like side stuff next time. So till then, Betuor Gripley signing off. Goodbye and a wonderful day. Bye bye.